Good evening, everyone. My name is Khushbu, and I'm your PMRF TA for the course Classics in Total Synthesis Part 1. So, this is week 6. So, the course instructor for this course is Professor Krishna P. Kaliappan from IIT Bombay. So, today we will discuss about the total synthesis of strychnine and per nicotoxin and reserpine. And then we will discuss the week 5 assignment questions. So, let's start. So, if we will talk about the first molecule, that is the synthesis of perhydrohydronicotoxin. So, the that was isolated from the venom of Columbian frog, Dendrobates histrionicus. And if we will see the structure of this histrionicotoxin or octahydrohistrionicotoxin and perhydrohistrionicotoxin, then we can see a two six-membered ring are spirofused here, and they have alkyl side chains in that molecule. And one of the ring, cyclohexane ring, contains nitrogen atom, and other having a hydroxyl free hydroxyl group. So the first key reactions that Whitcomb used for the synthesis of this molecule per hydrohistronicotoxin is the pinacol-pinacolone rearrangement, and another reaction that he used in his synthesis is Barton reaction. So let us discuss first these two reactions, and then we will move towards the total synthesis of this molecule. So if we will see what is pinacol-pinacolone rearrangement, so pinacol is the diol which in acidic condition undergoes a rearrangement reaction. So the mechanism goes in such a way that whatever the pinacol, that diol was there, in the presence of acid, one of the alcohol get protonated, and as we know that this alcohol is a poor leaving group, so this will leave. So once this carbocation will generate, then to stabilize that carbocation, one of the alkyl group will migrate to that position. So, based on the migratory aptitude, one of the group will migrate, and then positive charge will come next to the on the carbon next to the that is attached with oxygen. So, oxygen can form a pi bond and stabilize this positive charge on that carbon. And after the loss of proton from that oxygen, you will get this pinacolone, that is the ketone product. So we are converting a diol to a rearranged ketone by treating it in the presence of acid. So this is pinacol-pinacolone rearrangement reaction. Then another, what are the migratory group preference? So the first carbocation will form at that position where that positive charge was stabilized, because we know that after the rearrangement that positive charge is stabilized by the resonance of the oxygen atom attached next to it. So the first carbocation will be that the driving force for this reaction is the formation of first carbocation, that can only form when that carbocation is stabilized. So in the, like, if you have this diol and you are treating it with acid, so particularly this water molecule is leaving because the carbocation that is generating at this position was stabilized by resonance of the two phenyl rings that are attached at that position. So that is the driving force for the removal of that water molecule. And then after the ring expansion take place, that the bond migration take place, then that another carbocation that is formed at the second stage is stabilized by the lone pair on the oxygen. So that is how you will get that major product and not the other way around. Okay. So first carbocation will be stabilized, and then the bond migration or ring expansion will take place in the pinacol-pinacolone rearrangement reaction. Then the second reaction is Barton reaction. So Barton reaction is the reaction or conversion of alkyl nitrites to gamma hydroxyoxime. So whenever you have an alcohol and you are treating it with under photochemical condition with NOCl, then that O radical will react with this NO radical to form this nitrite first, and then this, sorry, yes, first this nitrite will form, then in the presence of light this will undergo photochemical, photolytically, this homolytic cleavage of this bond will take place under photochemical condition, and you will get a oxygen radical. So the mechanism goes like this, that alkyl nitrite, in the presence of light, it will undergo a homolytic cleavage of oxygen nitrogen bond, and your NO radical will cleave. Then this alkoxy radical will abstract the proton, leading to the formation of a six-membered cyclic transition state, and then here radical will generate. That radical will combine with your NO radical to give you, after tautomerism, this hydroxy nitroso product will form, and then after tautomerism you will get this gamma hydroxy oxime product. Now we know that oxime can be hydrolyzed to get the ketone. So that is how you will convert your alcohol to gamma substituted ketone, or alkyl nitrites are converted to gamma hydroxy oxime. So these two reactions he wanted to use in this total synthesis of per hydrohydronicotoxin molecule. So let us see how he completed the total synthesis of this molecule. So he devised his retrosynthetic approach in such a way that this per hydrohydronicotoxin could be obtained from this imine by alkyl, this equatorial addition of this alkyl side chain, and that alcohol could be obtained from this protected group, protected alcohol, by deprotection. Then this imine could be formed from the corresponding amide by reduction and then elimination, and then this lactam one can get from this hydroxylamine by using Bachmann rearrangement reaction, which further we know that could be obtained from the corresponding ketone. And then the starting material that he used for the completion of this total synthesis is your cyclopentanone. Now how one can get this molecule? So this further can be, one can get from the corresponding cyclopentane, and this alcohol one can get from this olefin by doing hydroboration oxidation reaction, and we know that hydroboration oxidation reaction will give you alcohol at the less substituted site. And this alkene could be obtained further from the ketone, which further could be obtained, this 6,5 fused spiro fused ring system could be obtained from the corresponding diol by using a pinacol pinacolon rearrangement reaction. And the diol could be obtained from the corresponding cyclopentanone from by doing McMurray coupling. Okay, so they started their synthesis with cyclopentanone. So he first, Core's group used this McMurray coupling to get this pinacol product. Then on treatment with aqueous sulfuric acid, one of the alcohol get protonated, and then this will leave. Then ring expansion will take place to get the positive charge at this center, and then oxygen lone pair will make the ketone at that position to give you this spirofused 6,5 ketone. Then if you treated it with n-butyl lithium, so n-butyl lithium will add to this ketone to give you the corresponding tertiary alcohol, and then on treatment with thionyl chloride in the presence of pyridine, that alcohol was converted into chloride, and then elimination will give you this double bond. So first tertiary alcohol will form, that they are converting to a good leaving group, and then elimination to give you the corresponding double bond. Then this on treatment with this borane and H2O2 hydrogen peroxide in the presence of alkaline medium, this will undergo hydroboration oxidation to give you a less substituted alcohol. and that boron and the hydrogen will come from the same phase, so that your alkyl part will go in the opposite direction. So that's why your this alkyl part and your alcohol is in the having trans stereochemistry with respect to each other. So then you can rewrite this molecule in this form. Then he tried his key reaction, that is Barton reaction. So for that, that alcohol was treated with NOCl in the presence of pyridine. So alkyl nitrite will form first. Then in the presence of under photochemical condition, that alkyl nitrite will undergo homolytic cleavage, and then it will abstract the proton from this position to form a six-membered ring, and radical will form at that position, that will again combine with NO radical to form this nitroso species, which undergoes tautomerism to give you this oxime. Then they wanted to do their Bachmann rearrangement reaction for getting the lactam. For that purpose, they treated this hydroxylamine with the tosychloride, and then the bond that is anti to this living group will migrate to give you the corresponding lactam. Then this lactam they reduced using LAH to get the corresponding amine, and that free alcohol they protected using tert butyl dimethyl silyl chloride. So after getting that protection, then on treatment with NBS in the presence of THF as the solvent, so they did N bromination, and then base will abstract the proton from the alpha position of that N bromo compound, and elimination take place to give you the corresponding amine. So here when bromine will come, so then this bond will cleave to give you the corresponding product. After getting this amine, so then equatorial attack of N-amyl lithium, that is the 5 carbon unit, that will attack from the equatorial phase to give you the corresponding amine. And then for the completion of molecule, they wanted to deprotect this TBS group, which they done using TBAF, and hence they got their desired product, that is perhydrohydronicotoxin. So in this way, they completed the total synthesis of perhydrohydronicotoxin using pinacol pinocolon rearrangement and Barton reaction as their key steps. Then next is the next molecule that we have to discuss about is strychnine. So what are the synthetic challenges one can face while planning the total synthesis of strychnine? As there are like many debates gone at that time to predict the complete structure or a correct structure of strychnine. So the challenges, it consists of seven fused ring systems. So if we will number, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So there are seven fused rings, and it consists of six stereo centers, out of which five are in one ring and they are contiguous. So if you will see, there are five contiguous stereogenic center, one, two, three, four, five, and this one is the sixth one. So five stereo centers are there in one ring. So that is one of the challenge to introduce those five stereo centers in the correct conformation in one ring. Then there is a presence of unique seven-membered ring that is present in the molecule, that makes this molecule or the total synthesis of this molecule more challenging. And a unique spiro center was present at this position, which is making the molecule synthesis further difficult. So these are the challenges that it consists of seven fused rings. It consists of six stereo centers, out of which five are contiguous and are present in one ring, and the unique seven-membered ring that is present in the molecule, including a spiro center, like making the molecule more difficult to synthesize. So based on, like, Woodward synthesized this molecule based on the degradation studies, and whatever the molecules like whatever whoever wanted to complete the total synthesis of strychnine, they either use this isostrychnine to convert to the strychnine, or this Wieland Gumlich aldehyde to convert to the strychnine. So, from the degradation studies, it was found out that the strychnine on degradation give you two important compounds which people use in further in the total synthesis of the molecule. First is isostrychnine, and second is Wieland Gumlich aldehyde. Now let us see how he. So the key disconnections for strychnine includes the one used by Woodward is a type like he wanted to use Manich reaction for the completion of the total synthesis of strychnine. So here he will use this Manich reaction first to form the five membered ring, and then like another co arrangement, and then oxa co arrangement, and then this another Manich reaction to complete the total synthesis. Then Magnus also wanted to use this kind of this Manich reaction to complete the total synthesis. Then Overman used again this kind of managed system to complete the total synthesis, but uh, Professor Viresh Rawal used Diels-Elder reaction to complete the total synthesis of strychnine. So these are the key disconnections for this molecule where which people use to complete the total synthesis. Now let us discuss the first, Woodward's total synthesis of strychnine. So he started with this hydrazine, phenyl hydrazine, which on reaction with this ketone in the presence of polyphosphoric acid will give you this indole moiety. So this is Fischer indole synthesis. Now, what is the mechanism for this reaction? Let us discuss that first. So, Fischer indole synthesis, you have to start with phenyl hydrazine and any ketone in the presence of acidic medium, and you will end up getting the indole. So, first, your primary amine will react with ketone to get the corresponding amine. Then, after rearrangement, it will rearranges to the corresponding enamine after protonation, and then this enamine it will undergo 3 3 sigma tropic rearrangement. So if you will see here, this is 1 2 3 and this is 1 2 3. So it will undergo a 3 3 sigma tropic rearrangement reaction to give you this diamine system. Sorry, diamine system. Then again, for getting the rearomaticity, this will rearrange. So this like proton loss will take place to get the double bond in the benzene ring to uh, aromaticity is the driving force for the proton loss here. Then that amine will react at the carbon and it will form this a good living group by abstraction of proton, and then another proton loss and the loss of ammonia will give you indole. So here also aromaticity will regain after the loss of ammonia and the proton. So you will get the corresponding indole. So this is Fischer indole synthesis, where we are starting from phenyl hydrazine, which on reaction with ketone in the presence of acid will give you indole. So this reaction he used here, that phenyl hydrazine on reaction with this ketone will give you indole. Then he wanted to do the Manich reaction. For that purpose, he treated formaldehyde with dimethylamine to get this Manich salt. And this on reaction with this indole at the 3 position will give you, on treatment with methyl iodide, will give you this tertiary quaternary ammonium salt. Then that is a very good leaving group. So sodium cyanide they use for doing the SN2 substitution. So substitution will happen and you will get this cyanide. That cyanide they reduced using LAH to get the corresponding amine, and that amine, again another second managed reaction. For that purpose they treated this amine with the aldehyde to get the corresponding imine, and the free, that NH bond was there, that they tosylated to get the corresponding salt. So first imine will form and then NH was replaced with tosyl to get that salt. Then here, like at the third position again, that managed reaction will take place to give you this corresponding imine. Then for the reduction of imine, they treated it with NaBH4 in the presence of ethanol. So this they reduced, and then on treatment with acyl chloride, sorry, acetic anhydride in the presence of pyridine, they did N-acylation, and in this, then after getting this molecule, so here they are able to get or introduce three chiral centers in the one, like in the central ring. Then when they treated this molecule for, or subjected this for the ozonolysis, then that aromatic ring, that is more substituted one, will undergo ozonolysis. So when this bond will get cleaved, so you will get diester. That diester on treatment with methanol in the presence of HCl, so this acetate got hydrolyzed and that amine is reacting with your ester to form the corresponding amide, sorry, lactam. After getting that, then they remove this tosyl group using HI and this red phosphorus, and then in the same process your ester is also getting hydrolyzed and you get the corresponding diacid. Then that free amine they protected using acetic anhydride to get the N-acyl protected group, and then acid was converted to the methyl esters on treatment with diazomethane. After getting that, then they treated it with sodium methoxide in the presence of methanol. So they wanted to form the another ring here. So this is the acidic proton. So negative charge will form here, or enolate will generate at that position, and that will react with your ester to form the corresponding cyclized product. But in the presence of sodium methoxide, they observed first epimerization of this center, and then that cyclization was happening. And that beta keto ester was more stable in the form of enol form. So this they got here. Then that alcohol was converted into tosylate, and on treatment with this sodium benzyl sulfide, so that will S negative will attack on this position, and that enolate will form, and when it will revert back, your tosyl will go. So then this is how that is how they introduce this SPN group at this position. Now they don't want that group at that position, so for that purpose they treated it with Rene nickel, so it undergo cleavage, and then using hydrogen palladium carbon they reduced this alpha beta unsaturated ketone, sorry, ester, to get the corresponding alkene reduced product. Then ester was hydrolyzed using KOH and methanol to get the corresponding acid. Now in this condition also, this hair epimerization was observed at this center. Now this is the relay compound which they will use for the completion of the total synthesis of strychnine. So after getting this compound, they treated it with KMNO4 to cleave this double bond. So one side they got the acid and other side they got the ketone, and in the presence of KMNO4, that amine is they got that lactam also at that position. Then using sodium amalgam, they reduced the ketone in the presence of lactam to get the corresponding alcohol, which on treatment with base, so base will abstract the this acidic proton, and then this elimination will happen and this leaving group will leave. So they got this unsaturated ketone, which is strychninolone. Then that alcohol they acylated using acetic anhydride, and then on treatment with base, that isomerization of this double bond was observed. Then on treatment with mercuric acetate, they formed this. So here, this mercuric acetate will take this proton, and then that diene will form. Then on treatment with ammonium hydroxide, again they hydrolyzed that acetate, and in the presence of chromium trioxide, that alcohol they oxidized to the corresponding ketone. Then using H2O2 and barium hydroxide, they cleaved this bond, and then that free nitrogen they acylated using acetic anhydride. So when this will cleave, this decarbonylation and another group was changed to corresponding acid. So basically hydrolysis was happening. So here OH negative will attack, and this group carbon monoxide will leave, and that free amine will form. That free amine will react with your acetic anhydride to form the N-acyl group. Then this acid they treated with acetic anhydride to form this mixed anhydride, and then pyridine will take the proton from here and form a four-membered ring, which on loss of carbon dioxide will form this methyl ketone. Then again on treatment with acetic anhydride and pyridine, and in the same process your acetyl also got hydrolyzed. So again they protected using acetic anhydride and pyridine to get the N-acyl product. Then that methyl ketone they converted, and using this acetic anhydride and pyridine they converted that to the enol acetate, which on treatment with aqueous HCl and methanol they hydrolyzed that, and using selenium dioxide they introduced the aldehyde at that position, that alpha oxidation, and then that aldehyde on reaction with amine will form the imine or aminol first, and that in the again in the presence of selenium dioxide will get oxidized to get the diketone. Then using this sodium acetylide they treat this ketone. So sodium acetylide will add to the ketone to form the corresponding tertiary alcohol. Then using LAH, they reduced the corresponding lactam to the corresponding amine. And then on treatment with HBr, they did this like allylic isomerization. So this will get protonated, and then double bond will migrate, and again water will attack at the terminal position to give you this allylic alcohol. That is isostrychnine, which was known to convert to the corresponding strychnine on treatment with KOH and methanol. So in that case, this double bond will get migrate to the corresponding enone, and then that allylic alcohol will react in the 1,4 fashion to form the corresponding strychnine. So this is how Woodward completed the total synthesis of strychnine. Now, next is Raval's total synthesis of strychnine. So he planned his synthesis using, like, the key reaction that he wanted to use is the Diels-Alder reaction to get the six-membered ring. So strychnine he planned to get from the isostrychnine using like normal first isomerization of the double bond, and then 1,4 addition of that allylic alcohol. Then here he wanted to use this hack reaction to form this six-membered ring on this vinyl iodide. Then this advanced precursor could be obtained from the corresponding this tetracyclic compound, and this six-membered cyclohexene could be obtained from the diene and the corresponding dienophile by doing a intramolecular Diels-Alder reaction, which he further can get from the corresponding aniline compound. Then this aniline compound, he wanted to get this five-membered ring he planned to obtain from this vinyl cyclopropane rearrangement reaction. which further he can get from this nitro compound. So this is his starting material. So he started from this nitro compound and then did this base mediated cyclopropionation reaction. So base will abstract the proton from here. So enolate will form, and then it will attack at this alkyl bromide, again proton abstraction and another attack on that alkyl bromide to give you this cyclopropane ring. Then cyanide was reduced using dibelech to the corresponding aldehyde, and then it treated with this benzyl amine. So aldehyde on reaction with amine, it will form imine. This on reaction with TMS chloride in the presence of sodium iodide. So nitrogen will react with TMS, and then iodide will open that three-membered ring that is strained in nature, and then the it will form, like it will stabilize the positive charge on the nitrogen. Then that nitrogen will attack in the SN2 fashion to remove the iodide to form the five-membered ring. Then they don't want the benzyl group attached to the nitrogen, they want the ester group. For that purpose, when they treated it with this chloromethyl, this not car it is not carbonate, with this reagent, sorry I forgot the name. So they got here just a removal of that benzyl group, and then carbon nitrogen will attack on that carbonyl group, chloride will leave, so you will get that ester group here. Then on treatment with palladium carbon in the presence of this HCO2 NH4, so it will generate hydrogen in C2, and then they reduced that nitro group to the corresponding amine. Then for the formation of that other aldehyde, which will react with this amine to form the corresponding imine, for that purpose they started with this vinyl iodide. This, under radical condition, it will generate this vinyl radical, which undergoes 1,4 addition on this alpha beta unsaturated ketone, alpha beta unsaturated ester, to get the corresponding addition product. Then that allylic alcohol they oxidized using PDC to get the corresponding aldehyde. This aldehyde, on reaction with your free amine, will form imine, and that will undergo, like from here, isomerization to form the corresponding diene. Then again, that free nitrogen they acylated using this reagent, and then on heating, under heating condition, they performed the Diels-Alder reaction to form this tetra substituted compound. Then this on treatment with base under heating condition. So under heating condition, decarboxylation will take place. It will form a free amine which will react with your ester to form the corresponding lactam. Then to introduce the side chain at the nitrogen carbon for the other side functionalization, they treated this free amine with NaH and this alkyl bromide. So this free amine will get deprotonated, and then it will do substitution with this bromide to get the corresponding N alkylated product. Then using palladium acetate and TBACI, they performed their Hack cyclization reaction, Hack reaction. So palladium will insert in this bond, and then this will react, and this double bond will migrate at the last step. So they got this Hack cyclized product. Mechanism I will show in the further slide. Then TBS was deprotected using TBAF to get the corresponding isostrychnine, which was known to convert into strychnine using KOH in the presence of methanol. Again, that double bond will migrate, and then OH will attack in 1,4 fashion to give the corresponding strychnine. So this is how Ravel's group completed the total synthesis of strychnine using Diels-Alder reaction as their key step, and Hack cyclization to complete the total synthesis of strychnine. Now, what is Hack reaction, or what is the mechanism for that? So it is the coupling of your vinyl and another alkyl halide in the presence of palladium and a base to form this carbon carbon bond formation reaction. So what will happen? First, palladium in zero oxidation state will undergo oxidative addition with alkyl halide or aryl halide. Then that alkene was there, it will coordinate with that alkene and then undergo insertion. After that, it will undergo reductive elimination to form that carbon carbon bond. And again, after the loss of HBr, your palladium zero catalyst will regenerate at again at the like last step. So again that cycle will complete, and the cycle will um, turn on, or it will go, it will proceed further to give you more amount of product. So first oxidative addition followed by coordination followed by alkene insertion and reductive elimination. So this is the step. Then next is Overman's total synthesis of strychnine. So like Woodward's and Raval group used isostrychnine to convert that to the corresponding molecule strychnine. Overman wanted to use Wieland Gulmich aldehyde to complete the total synthesis of strychnine. So he planned his synthesis in such a way that strychnine could be obtained from this Wieland Gulmich aldehyde, which further could be obtained from the corresponding allylic alcohol and this ester. And then here he wanted to use here he wanted to connect this side chain with this ring. So for this nitrogen will form imine with this oxygen, sorry, with this carbonyl group, and then isomerization. So this molecule can be we can rewrite it is as in this form. So you have this alpha and this beta. So this is beta amino ketone, and beta amino ketone could be obtained from the Mannich reaction. So here he wanted to use Mannich reaction to form this ring. So Mannich reaction precursor could be the corresponding imine. So from this small advanced precursor can be obtained from the corresponding imine, which further could be obtained from this molecule by doing a Aza-Cope rearrangement reaction. So this 1,5-diene was there. So this he can get from the by doing Aza-Cope rearrangement reaction to convert to that molecule. Then here that nitrogen will open this epoxide to get the corresponding alcohol, and then this on reaction with formaldehyde will form this imine. So then this epoxide could be obtained from the corresponding enone, and this enone they are planning to get by doing a carbon monoxide mediated Stille coupling from this vinyl tin compound and this aryl iodide. And this vinyl tin compound further could be obtained from the corresponding enone by reduction followed by enolate formation and then installation of that tin compound. Then this enone they are planning to get from the corresponding this cyclopentene and monoacylated cyclopentene diol, which further could be obtained from the corresponding cyclopentadiene. So this is the Aza-Cope rearrangement reaction where 3,3 sigmatropic rearrangement will happen between this 1,5-diene. So after 3,3 sigmatropic rearrangement reaction, then oxygen will push the electron density to form the 5-membered ring by neutralizing the positive charge on the nitrogen. And then after the loss of that group, you will get the corresponding ketone. That is beta amino ketone. This is alpha and this is beta amino ketone. So they start their synthesis from this cyclopentadiene, which on reaction with acetic acid in the presence of sodium acetate and this sodium carbonate, first they form this epoxide on one of the alkene, and then this using palladium catalyst in presence of acetic acid. So this palladium will coordinate with this alkene, and then it will form the pi allyl complex by opening of that epoxide, and again the nucleophile will attack at this position, that acetate, to form this racemic allylic alcohol. Then again, that other alcohol they protected using acetic anhydride and imidazole to get this racemic diacetate, which they resolved using um, this enzyme, and they got 89% yield and 99 more than 99% in enantiomeric excess of one of the isomers, as this is the chiral synthesis. So for that purpose he like resolved this compound. Then for the preparation of other starting material for the aryl iodide, they started with this aniline compound, and this on treatment with this urea derivative in the presence of aqueous formaldehyde. So this will form imine first here on the both position, and then this nitrogen will attack on this imine to form the corresponding cyclized product. Then they protected this alcohol by treatment with this acyl chloride to get the corresponding carbamate, and then on treatment with this in the presence of palladium, they introduced this group at this position, which they reduced using sodium cyanoborohydride and TiCl4 to for the reduction of this ketone to get the corresponding alcohol. And here they got 20 is to 1 mixture of this anti and syn compound. Then using DCC, they removed that, they convert that alcohol to the good living group, and then elimination to get the corresponding alpha beta unsaturated ester. Then ester was reduced using dibelech to get the corresponding alcohol, and that primary alcohol they protected using TIPS chloride to get the TIPS protected product. Then allylic alcohol they oxidized using John's oxidation condition to get the corresponding enone, which they reduced in 1,4 fashion using L-selectride, and that enolate they um, quenched using this triflamate to get the corresponding enol triflet. Then here they wanted to introduce the tin moiety. So for that purpose, they treated it with this hexamethyl ditin compound in the presence of palladium catalyst. So here they got this tin. So this is the fragment A, and fragment B was already ready. So they did Stille coupling in the presence of carbon monoxide. So this tin and this carbon will link between a carbon monoxide in between. So that is the carbon monoxide. So that carbonyl will come from the carbon monoxide. So this, after doing this Stille coupling, then they treated it with this alkaline source of epoxidation, and did the epoxidation of this enone to get the corresponding alpha epoxide, and then that ketone was converted into on treatment with methylvitic they get the corresponding alkene. On treatment with TBEF they did the TIPS deprotection. Here it will be OH. After getting that alcohol, they treated it with methyl chloride to get the corresponding mesylate, and then on treatment with this amine or this amide, they formed here. They did the substitution to get the corresponding amine. Then this can be rewrite as this one. So now they wanted to do the epoxide opening using this amine. So on treatment with base, it will generate the anion at this position, and this will open the epoxide to get this allylic alcohol, which on further reaction with formaldehyde will form the corresponding imine, and then it will undergo Azacope rearrangement reaction to form this iminium ion, and then further it will undergo a Mannich reaction by attack from this alpha position to form the corresponding beta amino keto. Then this again can be read right as this way. So then they wanted to introduce the ester group at the alpha position of the ketone. For that purpose, they treated it with LDA in the presence of Mender's catalyst, sorry, Mender's this reagent, to get the corresponding that ester group. And in the and then using 5% HCl and methanol, they removed this group to get the corresponding amine, which will react with your ketone to form the corresponding imine, which will undergo tautomerism to give you this unsaturated ester. So first introduction of this CO2 Me group at this position, removal of this group, reaction of this amine with this ketone to form imine, and then here that group will tautomerize to form the corresponding alpha beta unsaturated ester. Then they treated it with the zinc dust and H2SO4 to to reduce that alkene to get the corresponding alpha and beta ester, which like alpha ester can be converted to beta ester on treatment with sodium methoxide, so that epimerization can take place. And then they reduced that ester using this dibutyl aluminum hydride, diisobutyl aluminum hydride, to get this lactone. Then, on treatment with malonic acid in the presence of this acetic anhydride, this Wieland Gulmich aldehyde could be converted to the corresponding strychnine. So, here in this case, aldehyde will react with this acid to form the unsaturated ester. That ester will react with your amine to form the lactam, and that alcohol will react in the 1,4 fashion to form the corresponding to form this seven membered ring. So in this way, they can get the corresponding, they can get this strychnine. Then the last total synthesis of strychnine that we have to discuss is reported by Kuhaner's group. So he used this tandem condensation reaction, sigmatropic rearrangement reaction, and cyclization sequence to complete the total synthesis in 14 steps. And then he developed a method for the asymmetric synthesis also. And his synthesis goes through the isostrychnine. So he wanted to use this managed reaction followed by co-prearrangement followed by another managed reaction to form the tetracyclic product. For that purpose, he did the model study on which, like, this benzyl amine was there. This on treatment with BF3 ethylate and this aldehyde. So this amine and this aldehyde will form the imine, and then this will undergo a co-prearrangement reaction. So first imine will form, and then this nitrogen will attack at that imine to form this five membered ring. Then co-prearrangement will give you this another product, and this will undergo another managed reaction to form the tetra substituted ring. Now in the case of strychnine, he wants aldehyde at that position and not this furan. So for that purpose, he wanted to use the protected acetal. So he started with this indole starting material, which on treatment with this tert butyloxy chloride. So this is the electrophilic source of chlorine, and then this will undergo chlorination at this third position. This on treatment with sodium methoxide and this active methylene species, it will introduce this active methylene species at the second position, and the loss of the chlorine atom will take place. Then using LiCl and DMA, they decarboxylate one of the ester group, and then using palladium carbon and hydrogen, they debenzylated one of the benzyl group is selectively. Then on treatment with BF3 ethylate and this aldehyde, this imine will form. Then the indole will react from the third position to form the corresponding five membered ring, and then tautomerism will give this 1,5 diene system. Then this will undergo co-prearrangement reaction to give you another, followed by another um, Michael reaction, followed by another managed reaction to get the tetra substituted compound. Then here at this position, they want the aldehyde. For that purpose, they remove that acetal using 10% HClO4 in THF to get the corresponding aldehyde. And this on treatment with this sulfur ylide. So this n-butyllithium will abstract the proton from the one of the methyl, and that sulfur ylide will form. So sulfur ylide on reaction with aldehyde will form the corresponding epoxide. So that will react on aldehyde, then this alkoxide will attack again, dimethyl sulfide will remove, and you get the corresponding epoxide. Then the nitrogen can open that epoxide, and you will get either the kinetic product or the thermodynamic product. Thermodynamic product will give you the desired six-membered ring, and kinetic product will give you the five-membered ring. So that thermodynamic product, they debenzyl this benzyl group they removed using hydrogenolysis condition, and then that using sodium cyanoborohydride they remove like reduced that double bond to get the corresponding ester. Then alcohol was acylated, and here they separated the mixture of these two acylate in 3:1 mixture. So when they treated it with this bulky base, so this will abstract the proton from this acyl, that acylate methyl group, and 1,3 diketone will form. 1,3 dicarbonyl compound will form, and in the presence of sodium methoxide and methanol, that acyl attached with alcohol will get hydrolyzed. And the other molecule, first they did the isomerization at that position using sodium methoxide and methanol, and then again on treatment with base, so again that 1,3 dicarbonyl compound will form. So after getting that, they reduced one of the ketone using sodium borohydride. So like in the presence of lactam, ketone got reduced using sodium borohydride to get the corresponding alcohol, which again they acylated using acetic anhydride and pyridine, and they got alpha and beta product in 3 is to 10 ratio. Then on treatment with the DBU, they did the like elimination of that acetate group to get the corresponding double bond at that position. Then alcohol they oxidized using Swan oxidation condition to get the corresponding ketone, which on reaction with this stabilized Wittig salt, they got the corresponding alpha beta unsaturated ester in 1 is to 1 ratio. Then this can be converted to the isostrychnine by using like under photochemical condition. It will form this EZ isomer that it will form undergo the isomerization, and then reduction of that ester to the corresponding isostrychnine. Then using KOH and ethanol, isomerization of this double bond and one for attack of that allylic alcohol will give you the strychnine. Then for getting this vinyl Grignard route, so this vinyl Grignard they attacked on this ketone to get this tertiary alcohol, and using acetic anhydride they formed this acylate, and using the palladium catalyst they did this allyl rearrangement reaction. So they got this allylic alcohol, like protected allylic alcohol, which they wanted that is acetate. So they hydrolyzed that acetate using KOH, again oxidized that to corresponding aldehyde, then reduce that aldehyde and protect it using acetic anhydride to get the corresponding acetate. And this was also known to convert to the isostrychnine, followed by conversion to the strychnine. Then for the asymmetric synthesis, they wanted to get this ester group in the selective manner. So after getting this particular isomer of that molecule, they treated it with aldehyde. Again, imine will form. Then nitrogen from the third position will attack with that imine to form the five-membered ring. Again, rearrangement followed by another Michael addition will give this tetra substituted compound. Then that acetal, here that R group is the acetal protected one. So that they hydrolyzed. One more thing, here they don't want this ester group at this position, so for that purpose they convert that ester to the amide on treatment with ammonia and methanol, and then using triflic anhydride they convert that to the cyanide, and on treatment with hydride source they removed that. So this nitrogen will participate in neighboring group, and then imine reduction was done using potassium borohydride. Then acetal deep protection using HClO4 to get the corresponding aldehyde. This aldehyde they treated with this ethoxy ethyl species, that is the protected one using butyl, so butyl lithium. So that butylated species will that lithiated species will form there, and that will react on the aldehyde to get the corresponding alcohol. Then using this Swan oxidation like Swan type oxidation condition, they oxidize that ketone alcohol to the corresponding ketone, and then convert to that leaving group they removed using paratolvin sulfonic acid to get the corresponding alcohol, and then tosylate it. Then nitrogen will react with on doing hydrogenolysis, they remove that benzyl group, then nitrogen will react with that tosyl group to do the substitution to get the six membered ring. Then again they did this Wittig reaction to get the Ez mixture of Ze mixture of 1 is to 17. Then using dibel H, they reduced that ester to the corresponding alcohol, and using sodium cyanoborohydride, they reduced this alkene to get the corresponding ester, followed by reaction with sodium methoxide and methanol. So here they did the inversion of that center, so epimerization of that ester position. Then dibel H will reduce that ester to the corresponding aldehyde, and then on treatment with malonic acid, so they got this Wieland Gumlich aldehyde. Then on treatment with malonic acid in the presence of acetic anhydride, again it will form at this position first alpha beta unsaturated ketone, on which 1/4 position this alcohol will attack, and on that ester that amine will attack to get the corresponding lactam. So this is strychnine. So this is how they completed the total synthesis of strychnine. So for today, the last molecule that we have to discuss is reserpine. So we will discuss about the Woodward synthesis of reserpine. So if you will see, this reserpine is a most complex natural product of its size, and it consists of five contiguous chiral centers. So if you will see, there are five chiral centers: one, two, three, four, five, and this one is the sixth chiral center that is apart from that five one. So these five chiral centers are the part of one ring, and there are 21 atoms that are arranged in five rings. So one can think about the retrosynthesis in such a way that this reserpine could be obtained from this AB and this DE ring by doing a Bischler-Neversky reaction, and then this coupled partner could be obtained from the corresponding tryptamine and the aldehyde by forming imine, and then reduction of that imine followed by reaction with ester to get the corresponding product, this like coupled product. So what is Bischler-Ripinski reaction? First we will discuss that. So in that uh, Bischler-Ripinski reaction, you treat your, so you have indole, and you are that is connected with the amide. So this on reaction with PoCl3, so nitrogen will push the electron density and oxygen will react with phosphorus, because oxygen is phosphorus is oxophilic, and one of the chlorine will leave. So this imine will form first, and then that benzene ring will attack on that imine to neutralize the positive charge on nitrogen, and that chloride will again regain, re-aromaticity will regain by abstraction of proton by the chlorine, and then rearrangement will happen, and again that after the loss of HCl you will get the corresponding dihydroisoquinoline, and followed by this product. So that is how the cyclization will happen in the presence of PuCl3. So this Woodward wanted to use Diels-Alder reaction. For Diels-Alder reaction to take place, there are two approaches. Like if you consider your diene in one plane, then dinophile can approach from the um, top face, or it can approach from the bottom face. So there are two approaches for any dinophile to approach the diene. So if your diene is in the plane and dinophile is coming from the bottom face, then the attack will occur from the convex face, and you can get this cis stereochemistry at the junction. And if your top dinophile is coming from the top phase, then again also in this case this is the endo-cis stereochemistry, and convex phase attack will happen. So this will provide you one phase selectivity for the attack of the any nucleophile or any reagent after Diels-Alder reaction take place. So after Diels-Alder reaction between the diene and 1,4-benzoquinone, you will get this product. Then this ketone was involved in hydrogen bonding with this acid. So this ketone is free. So which they reduced using sodium borohydride and ethanol to get the corresponding allylic alcohol. And then MCPBA they are using. So one is electron deficient double bond and another is free isolated double bond. So that isolated double bond will undergo epoxidation using MCPBA to get the corresponding epoxide. Then using sodium acetate and acetic anhydride, so what will happen, this here alkoxide will form and this will attack on that epoxide from uh, to form the five sorry it this alkoxide will react with your acid to form the corresponding ester. So this will react with your acid to form the corresponding lactone. Then they did MPV reduction of that ketone to get the corresponding alcohol, and this will react with your ester. So transesterification is happening to get the five-membered lactone, and then the other that alkoxide will open that epoxide to form this furanoate. Then this alcohol was not very much stable at that position because of the presence of the ketone at that beta position. So this will undergo a condensation reaction like aldol product. This is beta hydroxyketone. So after the loss of water, you will get the corresponding enone, and this on reaction with sodium methoxide. So it will react in the 1,4 fashion to get the methoxide from the convex phase only. Everywhere wherever the attack is or that reagent is coming, like if you are doing the epoxidation, that is also coming from the convex phase. If you are doing this sodium methoxide addition, that is also coming from the convex phase. Then after getting this, so this is a lengthy procedure for getting the product, so they improved this method. So first they did Diels-Alder reaction. After getting the Diels-Alder product, they did the MPV reduction of both the ketones. And once this ketone was reduced, this it will react with your ester to get the corresponding five-membered lactone. And that they proved using IR that this five-membered lactone was absorbed at 1770 centimeter inverse, whereas if your six-membered lactone was there, it will absorb at 1740 centimeter inverse. So by using IR, they differentiated between the two lactones, whether it is five-membered or six-membered. Then on treatment with bromine in the presence of methanol, so they did bromination, and then that alcohol will react that, so bromonium ion will form from the convex phase, and then that alcohol will react with bromonium ion, and sodium methoxide will substitute that bromide to get the corresponding product, methoxide. In this case also, first enone will form, then sodium methoxide will attack from the convex side to get the same methoxide in the same phase as that of the bromine. Yeah, if it is the SN2 substitution, then stereochemistry must change. But it is not changing. That means enone is forming first, and then 1,4 attack from the convex phase. Then after getting that, they treated it with NBS. So this also from the alpha side, your bromonium ion will form, and then water will attack to give this bromohydrin, which on treatment with chromium trioxide and aqueous acetic acid, they oxidize that alcohol to get the corresponding ketone. Then using zinc and acetic acid, so they treated this zinc with bromine. So here two transformations are taking place. First, zinc will coordinate with bromine. This bond will double bond will form, and that furan ring will open to get the corresponding alcohol, and then it will react with their ketone to open that lactone to get the corresponding acid, and enol again tautomerize to get the corresponding ketone. Then that acid they esterified using diazomethane, and alcohol they protected using acetic anhydride to get the corresponding acetate. So this is how they introduced all the five stereo centers in one ring. Then they did dihydroxylation of that enone using osmium tetroxide, cleave that diol using HiO4 to get here this side. This alpha hydroxyketone was converted to the corresponding ester by treatment with diazomethane, and that other side that will, in the presence of HiO4, it will convert it to aldehyde. This aldehyde on reaction with amine will give you the corresponding imine, and on treatment with NaBH4, that imine they reduced, which will react with your ester to form the corresponding lactam. Then on treatment with PuCl3, they did the key Bischler-Nepersky reaction to form or to get the core structure of the reserpine. For that purpose, so this first, that N iminium chloro alpha chloroimine will form. Then that indole will attack on that alpha chloroimine to form the cyclized product, and then nitrogen will push the electron density and chlorine will leave to get this imine. This they reduced using sodium borohydride to get the corresponding amine. Now, after getting this product, they observed that there is a opposite stereochemistry at that position. So, how they can revert that? So, they wanted to use this. So, if they want like draw the stable conformation in that position, nitrogen inversion can be possible. Like in the stable conformation of reserpine, like the whole system is in the different conformation than the stable one. So if the nitrogen inversion will take place, then they have to lock the conformation and then again do the inversion, so that they will they will get the desired stereochemistry at that position. For here this is below, they wanted that above. So for that purpose, for doing, they wanted to use this conformational equilibrium, where this stable conformation on undergo will undergo um, nitrogen inversion, then they lock the conformation and then again open the lock to get the desired stereochemistry of that hydrogen. So for that purpose, they treated that stable conformation with KH and methanol to hydrolyze that ester to the corresponding acid and this acetate to the corresponding alcohol. Then, on reaction with the DCC, this alcohol and this acid will react with each other to form the corresponding lactone. And in this condition only, that nitrogen inversion will take place. Then, using pivulic acid, they did the inversion, and using sodium methoxide and methanol, they hydrolyzed that lactone to the corresponding alcohol and ester. So that is how they invert the stereochemistry at that position. Then only thing that they have to do is to attach that aryl side chain with this alcohol. So for that they treated it with this acyl chloride, and hence after resolution with camphor sulfonic acid they got the reserpine. So in this way Woodward completed the total synthesis of reserpine using Bischler-Nepersky reaction as the key reaction. And then he used like phase selectivity of the Diels-Alder product to form the five stereo to introduce the five stereo centers in one ring. Now let us discuss about the questions for the week 5 assignment. So the first question is, identify the major product in the following transformation reaction. You have alcohol and tosylate, and you are treating it with this LiClO4 in the presence of calcium carbonate. So what will happen? So this is kind of a rearrangement reaction. So what will happen? Your This is the base. It will abstract the proton from the alcohol. Then this will push the electron density to form the ketone, and this bond will migrate, and the tosylate will leave. So ring expansion will take place. So after the ring expansion, you will get the seven membered ring, where you will get the like mixture of stereoisomers at this position. So the correct option for this case is this one. Now the second question is, what is the major product formed in the following transformation reaction? So this is the question from Longifalin, which we discussed in the last week, that if you have this alcohol tertiary alcohol and you are treating it with thionyl chloride in the presence of pyridine, so what will happen? So this alcohol will react with thionyl chloride and one chloride will leave. That chloride will convert that like SO2 will leave and chloride will come at that position. Then pyridine will take the proton from this methyl and remove that chloride to get the corresponding olefin. So the correct option is option second. So first this alcohol will convert to the chloride and then pyridine will take the proton from the methyl and then elimination will take place to get the corresponding olefin. Next question is identify the type of cycloaddition reaction taking place in the following transformation. So you have a enone and isolated double bond in the presence of mercury light. You are getting this cyclopropane ring. So what is the reaction that is taking place? So this is the example of cycloaddition reaction. So first 2 plus 2 cycloaddition reaction will take place and then after that this will open that ring to form the final product. So this is the example of 2 plus 2 cycloaddition reaction. Next question, which is the major product formed in the reaction given below? You have keto ester, alpha keto ester. So you are treating it with this active methylene compound in the presence of in ethanol as the solvent. So this is the problem of selectivity. If you have ketone and ester, there are two functional group and we know that ketone is more reactive than ester as it is more electrophilic than ester. So when this anion will generate, so it will react with your ketone and not with the ester. So first anion generation will take place. This will react with ketone to form the alcohol, and then after elimination, you will get the corresponding alkene at that position. So the correct position, correct substrate or the correct product is option A. This is Novengel condensation reaction. Now that methyl can't be substituted, so this can't be the product, and ester that ester is not more reactive than ketone, so this can't be the product, and it will not condense with the ester in the presence of ketone, so this is also not the product. Next is identify the major product formed in the following transformation reaction. You have an allylic alcohol, tertiary alcohol, and an alkyne, and you are treating it with tin tetrachloride in presence of DCl. So what will happen? Alcohol on reaction with Lewis acid, it will convert to a good leaving group. Then this will leave. So this double bond will migrate at this position. So positive charge will come at that position, and then this alkyne will react with that to neutralize the positive charge on that one, and this will come here. Then that chloride is the counter anion in this case, so that will react at that position to give you the product. So direct substitution is not possible at that position, so this can't be the product. And like This is the they are doing the dichlorochlorine addition on the alkyne, not possible. Then either you will get the double bond at this position or no double bond will be there. So double bond is there. So the correct option is option C. So first oxygen will coordinate with tin, chloride will leave, then this double bond will migrate, then triple bond will migrate and nucleophile will attack. So first this is the reactive species, then alkyne will react, this vinyl carbocation will form, then vinyl carbocation will react with your chloride ion nucleophile and you will get this vinyl chloride. So this is the major product formed in this reaction. Next is identify the reagents causing the following transformation reaction. If you treat with MCPBA, then epoxide will form and that methyl lithium will open the epoxide from the less substituted side. So it will form ethyl and hydroxy group, right? Then if you treat it with this zinc amalgam and this idomethane, then this will form first. This is Simmons-Smith reaction. So first form cyclopropane, and using Adams catalyst, that cyclopropane will cleave to give the dimethyl product. In this case, first epoxide and then opening. In the second case, you will get the cyclopropane first, then opening of that cyclopropane ring. Then using Adams catalyst, you can reduce the double bond, but then on treatment with Simmons-Smith condition, no reaction will take place. Then using osmium tetroxide, dihydroxylation can happen, and in this case methyl lithium will also attack on the ketone also. And if they are doing the equivalent control, then it will react with ketone and not the epoxide. Then methyl lithium will react with ketone, it will not react with diol. So the correct option is option second. So first Simmons-Smith reaction will give you the cyclopropane ring, and then using Adams catalyst they cleaved that, hydrogenated that to get the corresponding dimethyl product. Then identify the major product formed in the following reaction. So this is the example of intramolecular Diels-Alder reaction. So if you will see, this methyl and this ester will be cis in the product also. So here they are cis, here they are cis, here they are cis, and here they are trans. So this can't be the product. Then if you will see this methyl, this hydrogen and this hydrogen, these two should be trans with respect to each other. So here they are trans, here they are cis, so this can't be the product. Here also they are cis, this can't be the product. So the correct option is option A. So this is the product for the intramolecular Diels-Alder reaction. This is the example of intramolecular Diels-Alder reaction type 1. Why it is type 1? Because your dienophile is attached at the first carbon of the diene. As we discussed in the last class, that if the dienophile is attached at the first carbon of the diene, then it is intramolecular Diels-Alder reaction type 1, IMDA type 1. And if the dienophile is attached at the second carbon of the dienophile, then this will be the example of intramolecular Diels-Alder reaction type 2. In the case of intramolecular Diels-Alder reaction type 1, you will get a fused ring system, and in case of intramolecular Diels-Alder reaction type 2, you will get bridged cyclic system. So this is the example of intramolecular Diels-Alder reaction type 1 because this is the dienophile that is attached at the first carbon of your diene. And in case of intramolecular Diels-Alder reaction, that endo product will be the major. This is not the criteria. Your stability of the conformer that is forming, that will decide the stereochemistry, and how, like proximal is the approach of the dienophile with the diene, that will decide the stereochemistry. The next is identify the major product formed in the following transformation reaction. So you have phenol, and you are treating it with base and this allyl bromide first, then under heating condition, and then ozonolysis and quenching it with dimethyl sulfide. So if we will see, first alcohol is there, and if you are treating it with base, so phenoxide ion will form. Then if it is reacting with allyl bromide, so substitution will give you O alylation product. Then under heating condition, the one reaction that you can think of is the 3,3 sigmatropic rearrangement reaction. And then ozonolysis of the double bond will give you the aldehyde. So if we will see, first phenoxide ion will form, it will react with allyl bromide to give the OLyl product. Then here this is 1, 2, 3, and this is 1, 2, and 3. So it will undergo 3,3 sigmatropic rearrangement to give to get this product. So this is the example of Claisen rearrangement reaction. Then this you are treating with ozone in the presence of dimethyl sulfide. So first treatment with ozone and then quenching with dimethyl sulfide. So what will happen? You will get the corresponding aldehyde, and then this alcohol will react with your aldehyde to form the corresponding lactone. So here we will get lactol, oxygen, and this. So the corresponding, okay, so the desired product is option B. Like hydroxyl group is next, lactol is forming and not this one. And this it will not stop at the aldehyde stage. It will react with that lactol, aldehyde. This is not correct. Second reaction, that Claisen rearrangement, they didn't it. So the correct option is option B. Next is identify the major product of the following reaction. So this is idolactonization. One is isolated double bond and other one is enone. So this is less electrophilic, sorry, less nucleophilic than the other one, and this is free also. So this is more reactive, so it will react with idonium ion to form iodine, to form the first idonium ion, and then that acid will open that idonium ion to form the corresponding iodide. So now if we will see the stereochemistry, first this alkane will not react, so this can't be the product. Then here, as that acid is above the or on the beta side, so it will attack from the beta side. That this bond can't be alpha. So this lactone will from the beta side, and hydrogen ion is forming at the alpha side. Then the SN2 attack will take place from the opposite side. So correct option is option D. Then next is identify the major product formed in the following reaction. So this on treatment with heat. So this will undergo a 3,3 sigma tropic rearrangement reaction, that is the Cope rearrangement reaction. So this is 1, 2, 3, and here this is 1, 2, and 3. So this will undergo a Cope rearrangement reaction to get the corresponding product. So the correct option is, in all the cases, the two like junction is cis, and here we have methoxy, here we have TMS. This double bond is not in the correct position. Here this double bond is not in the correct position. So the correct option is option C. So this is the example of 3,3 co-rearrangement reaction. So today we discussed about strychnine, and then we discussed about the Woodward synthesis for reserpine, and also per hydrohydronicottoxin by Cores group. Then we discussed about the questions of week 5 assignment. That's all about today. Thank you.